person God's gift to earth, which that is what we all are anyway. We're all God's gift to earth. If it wasn't so, we wouldn't be here.
Okay.
We wouldn't be here. But sometimes we can choose the wrong destinies. We can put ourselves in some situations that gets out of hand and now they're beyond our control. And sometimes death is what comes out in the end. You know, so we have to be mindful. We have to be mindful to the people who choose to go down that road and venture. You know, so, and then we make them saints. No, if they were saints, we wouldn't be sitting in this building unless it was for another type of reason. Or we wouldn't be mourning their death unless it was for another type of reason. Or sometimes we just get caught up in situations and something happened to a loved one. You know, we have incidental deaths. We have premeditated deaths. We have deaths that we can bring on upon ourselves by trying to be something that we are not. And a lot of us have witnessed that within the last 10, 20 years. We have witnessed that. You know, and a lot of time we catch ourselves saying in the end, damn, I wish I had just went on and made them not go. Or said what I wanted to say, or said what needed to be said to make, and hopefully that could have altered that person from going out making that mistake. Too late then. Mm-hmm. It's too late then. We got to speak on it before it happens, especially if that person confides in you that this is their next move. We got to start being God's servants. That's who we go to church. That's who we go to church every week and try to fool to think that this is what we're doing anyway, being his servants. And then we get out and say, I ain't gonna try to tell nobody what to do because they grown. Or these a bunch of, as everybody's saying now, YNs. They gonna do what they want to do. They ain't gonna listen. Don't make no difference whether they listen or not. Tell them. At least if things should go a different route, they won't pass away without having the thought that at least somebody did tell me. At least I didn't, it ain't like I didn't know that this could happen. You know, in the last, I'm going to say 10 years, we have buried more, and I'm going to speak everybody's new language, we have buried more YNs than we have people who are old in age, people who are sickly, you know, people who have fatal sicknesses. You know what I'm saying? You know, we have buried a lot of children in the last 10 years. In the last 10 years, man, we have probably buried at least 5 to 1 in kids under 25 and under, rather, than people 90 and under. That's sad, people. That's not a good thing. That's a bad thing. You know, we have always been told in life that your parents aren't supposed to bury you. You're supposed to bury them.
Yeah. That's true.
That's what we have been told all about. That was bred in us. Mm-hmm. That you're not supposed to bury your children. Your children are supposed to bury you. We don't see that.
We don't see that anymore.
We don't see that. Make me understand how, and I know this is God's work, but how can you embrace a 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old having a damn heart attack because they have OD'd off of a drug or because they have taken drugs and to a point to where their body can't tolerate it? So this is what happens.
That's so sad.
When we were growing up, we wouldn't dare take a pill. We barely did smoke marijuana.
I never have. I still haven't.
Today drugs is so self-efficient to everybody has it. When we was growing up, man, it was hard to find some drugs, man.
And then you don't even know if they're safe now.
And then it's fake.
Yeah, they're
A lot of drugs are being created.
altered and yeah. It's just not safe.
But here we are looking at death once again. And it's as I say, child. It's a child that we're looking at. Somewhere somebody got to set the tone. It's a young lady. Well, two young ladies that I know that has their own non-profits. And in their non-profit organizations, they have programs that they're trying to save kids with.
Awesome.
Faithfully. They're not acting. They're showing up for real with what they're trying to do. And there's a young lady by the name of Aaliyah. She's having a basketball event tomorrow at Dunbar Rec Center in the Mechanicsville area. This young lady has been doing this for, at least from me knowing her, she's been doing it for 7 years. I've been knowing her 7 years. And she hasn't missed a beat. But she's been doing it, I guess, longer than 7 years. And the reason being is because she was out one night with her better half, and he was working. An altercation jumped off. Somebody drawed a gun, started shooting, shot him. Shot him and killed him.
Lord have mercy.
She has been fighting the gun violence since. But I was talking to her and I was telling her that, through all the death of security officers, people who are just working in certain buildings, as far as this, I was looking at the news the other day where this crazy in, was it Buffalo or something? Went in a building and just shot folks up. That's sad, man.
So sad.
Good and bad deaths. Those were good people that died. These people died at work, a place that's supposed to be a safe environment.
Yeah.
That's how naive we are to the way life is going right now. These people died, these good people died, because someone's mind snapped for some other reason. And now this is the end of the situation. But the person that did the shooting is in jail. I used to say a long time ago to a lot of my people, when we used to talk about people who have committed crimes and, whether they were harsh crimes or heinous crimes or crimes of, passion or whatever. And a lot of time I used to say this. People that commit certain crimes, sometimes going to jail is too good for that. Sometimes going to jail for that crime doesn't fit the crime. When you commit certain heinous crimes, man, you shouldn't be allowed to go to jail. Back in the biblical days, they used to say when people did certain crimes, they were stoned to death. Mm-hmm. They was put in front of a firing squad and shot. Their hands were put in guillotines, and if they was a rogue, if they was considered a thief, they put your hands in a guillotine and cut them off. And they speak on all this in the Bible now. One of the metaphors in the Bible is, if your right hand offend thee, cut it off.
In the book.
So certain crimes, man, it shouldn't even be a doubt that the person has to die behind it. But let's not kill a man because we think he committed a crime. They have been executing men for the last 6 years. And a lot of those guys that has been executed were considered innocent. But by them being in certain counties, up under certain laws of the government of the political parties, which are racist, mm-hmm. they were denied their stay of execution, even though they had been proven to be innocent. The governors denied the stays. Is it good or is it bad? Sir, we gotta start calling a spade a spade. I do believe that you can rush your death. I do believe that. I really believe you can rush your death. And the reason I feel like you can rush your death is because sometimes we can put ourselves in a situation to where death come upon us and it don't have anything to do with us. Mm. Sometimes I feel like we can rush our death because of how we carry ourselves. Mm-hmm. And I'm a firm believer that we all have a number to when we supposed to leave this world.
Yeah.
Everybody has a number. But sometimes, we have to realize that we have a God. We have a God that we have been told and teach and supposedly taught that he doesn't make mistakes, which we know that. And we know that he will punish you accordingly to how you behave. So that's why I feel like you can rush your death. Because at the end of the day, God is our parent. He's our father. Sometimes you can get tired of your children.
Absolutely.
So if we get tired of our children and the behaviors that they display sometimes to where we feel they can put us in a position to say, boy, I wish I could have made your mama swallow a brick. Get rid of your ass. I would, we tell our children sometimes, if you get beside yourself with me, I'm gonna give your ass back to who gave you to me. Cause just like I brought you in the world,
I can take you out.
I'll take your ass out the world. So that's rushing. That's rushing something to take place. That's how I look at that. That's my opinion. That's how I look at that. God can get tired of us to the point where he said, okay, I'm just going to bring him on home, or her on home, or them on home. Because they can't get it right. And I spoke on, I'm speaking on this for the simple reason. I've been finding myself lately looking at a lot of TV. And some of the things that I've been seeing on TV, they have been real reality type situations. And I really believe myself, this is my opinion, I believe that a lot of things that we see on TV that they consider science fiction, that shit done happened before. It's nothing that hasn't happened before that you can't tell somebody about. If they can make a movie about it, it's done happened before. Nobody's mind is that creative. I just can't see it. No man's mind is that creative, man, to where they can put together a saga that will express a lot of different type of situations that's unearthly. If somebody haven't done it before or seen it before or said something about it. Something gives you the idea. Artists are creative. Mm-hmm. Artists can visualize things and put it on canvas. Artists, these are artists, not musical artists, I'm saying artists. They can visualize something mentally and put it on canvas. And they can tell you, this is what this means. And you'll look at it 1,000 times and don't see the picture. And it's because no two people think the same. No two people think the same. So it's always going to be a conflict of interest when it comes down to death. And we all are guilty of it. Because we'll sit back, something happened to certain people, and we'll say, dawg, why God take them? They were good people. Why they didn't take them motherfuckers over there who just robbed 7 banks and killed 25 people? Sometimes we ask ourselves those questions. Sometimes we wonder, how did a good person die a horrible death? It's normal. It's normal. So it's never to where it's a reason. It's never a reason why God take us home. It's just the situations make us guess, make us think about why. Or make us think about why did it happen like that to that person. We never know. I have seen men get shot 10 times with AK-47s.
Wow.
And live. I have seen people get grazed by a bullet and die. Mm-hmm. I have had friends get stabbed 25 times and can stand in front of you right now and point at every hole, every wound they suffer. I have seen people get stabbed in the arm and die.
It's by God's grace.
You know, so when it's your time, you gonna go. When he pull your number, you don't have a choice. But when your number is being forced, you have a choice. You have a choice. So, you know, it's just, I sit in funerals sometime, man, and it's sad when you say sometime, where have you ever heard somebody say, I'm tired of going to funerals?
I say it all the time. Sometimes I just can't make it.
You said, you know, it's like people dying so drastically, man. I'm talking about fast. Here today, gone tomorrow is him for real.
Right.
That metaphor is coming to pass right now. You know, so we got to start being mindful to life now.
One of our viewers said that their cousin was shot in the head twice and in the stomach and still walking around today.
That's right. That's right. Because it wasn't their time to go. You know, so sometimes we can look at death the wrong way. Instead of just looking at it for what it is. You know, when something happened to a person and they with other people, the first thing people start saying is, oh, they had something to do with it. How come then something happened to them? Because it wasn't meant. It wasn't meant to happen to them. We all have been victims of, damn, they came and got him and he winded up getting killed for going to somebody else's shit. And all of us have heard that metaphor.
Right.
The innocent bystanders is the ones always get killed, not the people who is actually in the fight.
Yeah. Like that shooting in Chicago last week at the after the concert, the listening party.
There you go.
All those people got killed like that.
You know, and you think they went there with that intention that they was gonna be killed?
Absolutely not.
No. Good death, bad death.
The viewer said, "Is JC2, excuse me, JC2 Minos, Minos? Oh no, JC2 Mines. One mic says, tragedy has hit us so much, we all went numb to everyone after that passed. Sad but true, yeah.
That's right. You know,
Yeah.
so, you know, and one thing that I hate the most about death, when, you know, and this is on the family note, is everybody that comes to pay their respects always coming out they goddamn mouths with, if you need anything, call me.
I hate when people say that because it's not true. You call
You
people,
know,
oh, I don't have it. People want to just know your business. They don't.
Yeah.
They say that so that you can call to gossip. They don't really.
You know I'm always him.
Always
No,
here
you
if you
ain't.
need something. Then you call them. Not today.
So
Don't
hey,
tell
man,
me that.
Just let well enough be that, man. Leave it alone.
Right.
Leave it alone. You know, pay your respects. Be done with. Cause after that week or however long they let that person sit out before they bury them or whatever the situation gonna be with them.
Mm-hmm.
After that day,
That's it.
it's over. It's over. You're not gonna hear from them damn people. You might hear from them a few times. And then the phone calls gonna stop. So why waste them 20 minutes in the church or wherever they having, the funeral at saying that. That go for the ministers too. Stop saying, let's not let this be the last time the family see you or hear from you or this. Come on, dog. Go on and do the eulogy, man. Let everybody go home.
That's sad but true.
Sad but true. So, that's it on that. You got something on that, Shanita, you want to add to it?
No, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. That's like the same thing that happened to Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Yeah.
And was it Honduras, I think? She was the only one that lost her life,
Yeah. It's just like, what's her name? Angie Stone?
Angie Stone, exactly. In Alabama, exactly.
Sprinter flipped over.
Whole sprinter.
She the only one passed.
One person passed, exactly. So,
hey, man, when it's your time, it's your time.
Yeah.
And I sympathize with the families. I sympathize with anybody that has to deal with those type of situations, because those are not good situations, man. We just have to, embrace it and accept it and let it be.
Yeah.
Let it be. If we saying it's God's will, let's let it continue to be God's will. But let's not question it. Ain't no sense in questioning it. You never gonna know exact anyway. That's even if a person died of a natural cause. Mm-hmm. They're gonna put on that death certificate what their illnesses was. But what's the cause of the death? They can say cardiac arrest, but how we know that?
Exactly.
How we know it was cardiac
go
arrest?
About what they tell us.
That's
and then,
it.
especially during COVID.
Thank you.
They'll ask you, did they have COVID or?
COVID was the biggest death, how can I say this, summary you can deal with. Everybody who went to the hospital, they winded up going home and fall dead. They fell dead because they had COVID.
Not my dad. My dad just got up and left. They tried to put him on oxygen. He said nope. He left.
If they in the hospital, something happened to them, COVID.
A lot of them died in the hospital. Seriously.
COVID. Come on, man. Really?
If you was, let them put the oxygen and everything else, they tried to put people on ventilators that really didn't need to be on the ventilators. And now they just found a doctor. I want to say maybe in Chicago. Did you hear about that? That doctor that misdiagnosed all those people intentionally just to get the insurance money?
Thank you. Come on, man. How we know?
We don't. And I think we talked about this before, too.
Yeah. How we know? Okay, anything else?
No, just like you said, it's just tragic. And we're not even going to talk about, what I be on, all the prisoners that are dying.
Hey, you talk about it.
In the prisons at alarming rates. And
there you go.
Our Governor Kemp, had a press conference a couple of days ago. I think it was yesterday, either yesterday or the day before yesterday, where he was advocating with a family that has a hostage over in Gaza. Okay. And no, it was an Israeli family. Mm-hmm. And, I sympathize with that family. I hope that their loved one is returned home. But at the same time, I kind of felt like we got things that have been in Georgia he ain't never had a press conference about. He ain't never had a press conference about Kendrick Johnson getting killed at school. He was at school. At school. If his parents didn't send him to school, they would be charged with truancy.
There you go.
I never seen a press conference about that. But yeah, we up here, we done had a whole press conference for an Israeli family to plead with Trump, where him and Trump ain't even on the best of the best terms anyway. But, I understand. I would want somebody to help me plead for my loved one if they were hostage. So my condolences and respect and prayers and best wishes to that family. But I feel like Governor Kemp should also have a press conference about other things that are going on in our front yard.
Thank you.
You know,
And the ones that's POWs.
Especially the mental health one. That's
from him.
You know,
So yeah, what it is, man. Our priorities are certain in the sources of others, other than our own people.
yeah.
And when I say own people, I don't mean black, white. Well, I'm saying with our people of our country, our people.
Right. So unfortunate.
Now, so much for that. We're gonna do the update on the Diddy trial. We're gonna get into old P. Diddy.
Oh, P. Diddy.
P. Diddy. P. did it.
P did it.
P did it. See, everybody said they thinks that we're saying P did it. We saying P did it. P did it. P did it. He got himself off this case with his dignity.
Somebody said, I see the GBI employee walked out. They said in the news.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it today. I haven't watched the trial in a couple of days because the last I heard of the trial, they were trying to speed up the hearing, the sentencing. Mm-hmm. They were trying to speed it up. And that's even to me, like, if you've held, because the thing is, Diddy has some strong allegations against him, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'll be sure he's adamant that Diddy tried to kill him. He's adamant. He alleges that. And people feel like he should be still incarcerated based on things that he wasn't arrested for. Like, he wasn't arrested for, I'll be sure. He wasn't arrested for having something to do with Kim Porter's death. He wasn't arrested for those things. He was arrested for RICO. And
no, he was arrested for freak-offs.
Yeah, well, they said freak-offs and RICO.
No, freak-offs.
They said
P. Diddy, you all, was arrested for freak-offs, for things that was happening in freak-offs.
Yeah, but they tried to say RICO.
Not things that was happening in his personal life. He was taken to jail for having freak-offs. Something that Hugh Hefner had for 90 years.
Right.
Never been in a courtroom about it.
Never.
Hugh Hefner has sold more twat in the United States than you can think of.
They say literally freak-offs.
Thank you. Hugh Hefner had legitimate freak-offs.
Right.
To where they put him on worldwide TV.
Worldwide. Had a whole show about it, right?
Showing you him being in the bed with some 18-year-old women and up that he flew in.
Well, I guess the difference is
that he brought home and said, this is going to be one of my wives.
What I don't understand is, how does Cassie get $30 million and still testify? What deal, what settlement did he have? What kind of settlement attorneys did he have to make that deal where you still get $30 million and you still get to go up there and run your mouth? Like, I don't get that.
Because he's a black man in trial.
That's crazy to me.
So
get the money back. If you're going to go against what the deal was, that you got the money, get the money.
He's a black man in trial.
Right. Oh, no, I sympathize with her about, the beating video. Okay, I get that. And that's why you got $30 million for it.
But you say you participated willingly.
Well, that one of the guys are coming after her now. He's coming after her. He said that she aborted his child, allegedly, and what else he said? That she gave him an STD.
What do you think happens on the freak off? Everything go.
Everything get freaked off, right?
Everything go in the freak off.
And you were there. You were willing participant.
Well, what we gonna do about this internet?
But he was charged with prostitution. What you think he'll get for that?
How can you charge a man with prostitution and he's not a pimp?
What they did though.
He wasn't pimping.
Cause
He wasn't white slaving.
He paid for the act, and he
What you mean
flew
he
them
paid for
in,
the
and he
act?
paid for the act. That's what
Everybody
this-
paid for that.
Well, he got found guilty of that.
So what need to happen is they need to go to all the strip clubs, all the swinger clubs,
Okay.
all the Playboy penthouses, all the other houses that people are, like the spas and all that shit.
It definitely is a double standard.
There you go. Too much of a double standard.
Black man versus the average
The system.
non-black and brown person.
The system.
There's a big systematic,
There you go.
unfair difference,
There you go.
and we all know it.
Do you know how many celebrities, politicians, ministers, clergymen of all type, women that was 18 to 88 or 90 that has been to the Playboy Palace for a freak off? At one time when I was young, right, we used to always hear about the Playboy Mansion. One time we were looking at something, and they was talking about this thing called the grotto.
The what?
Grotto. This is a inside pool in the Playboy Mansion. They said one of the actors, an actor a long time ago said, there's probably more sperm in the grotto than it is water.
Disgust.
Now, if it was a joke, then okay, it wasn't that funny. But, for someone to literally say that, they let you know that you was able to go in the Playboy Mansion and, hey, man, just have your way. Why not? You got women in there from the age of 18 to 118.
Right. And they act like there's not a such thing as a groupie. There are groupies.
There are groupies.
Every celebrity
There
has
are groupies.
a group of groupies that are willing to do
Anything
whatever.
to be around them.
Exactly. Exactly.
But if you have never lived it, you don't know it. So you gotta be done lived it. So it's sad, man, that a man have to fight for his life because someone with a higher power said we gotta take him down a notch.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's basically what this is about. But he was acquitted. He's facing the prostitution charge. Hopefully, he'll be going home. Now, let me tell you. Let me enlighten everybody on this. I was reading a case manual, and it spoke on situations like this. And then I heard it after the fact that if P. Diddy if they had took P. Diddy to trial or to arrested him on a state level, they couldn't have even charged him with nothing. Because even if they was trying to charge him with something, the charges that they had him on charged with would be misdemeanors. So that's why they made it federal, for everybody who was wondering, why was this case made federal? That's why. That's strong, man. That's strong. They let you know that someone with a higher power was able to make something happen.
I think that has truth to it.
You know, cause for someone to say, no, for some people to be sitting in the room and say, well, okay, we're gonna bring him up on, we need to get him on some charges, this, that, and other, and these need to be the charges, therefore, so you know, we need to use this for a weapon. And some attorney said, no, you can't do that in a state court because those are misdemeanor charges. They don't carry no more than 12 months or 24 months. Mm-hmm. You gotta figure out a way to try to make it federal, and then it can be prosecuted. Mm-hmm. So that's what happened. Somebody pulled a federal string. Somebody pulled a federal string, made it happen.
Yeah.
Now P. Diddy, my boy, I don't know what you could be into to make someone with a higher power come at you that hard. But, you know, whatever it is, man, I hope y'all can straighten it out so that you won't have to face another dilemma.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, it got to be about some money or something that you are a representative of, or you got some type of hand in it. And you're not going by the rules. And that's good. That's good. I applaud you for not going by all the rules, especially in business. All the rules in business are not good rules. Sometimes the deck can be stacked against you, and you think you're making a good decision or a good play. So at the end of the day, it is what it is.
That's what it is.
It is what it is. P. Diddy had a long run. Wasn't longer than the YSL Rico run, but he had a long run. You know what I'm saying? And he was facing a lot of time if jurors had been on something else. Instead of looking at the situation. You know.
Yeah.
P. Diddy, I want to give you this advice, and I want to give this same advice to all the other artists or producers or managers or whatever of artists, whether they are in the musical world, film world, play world, every world. Regardless of how big we get, we still have to acknowledge the fact that we are still black.
Exactly.
We are still niggers to them, to the world, not just to one race, all races. To all races, we are niggers. And we can't be trusted. This is how these people are raised, man, to believe. That, hey, man, it's some people out there, man, that actually shows their kids pictures and say, hate that. I used to work with a young lady like that. That said her husband used to do that to their kids.
Wow.
Take black pictures and show them black people pictures and tell them hate them.
Wow.
That's some strong shit.
Right, and you know, most recently, I think it was like last year, the Villa Rica Police Department had target practice, and their target was a black person.
Thank you. Come on, man. Are y'all serious? Y'all gonna forget this shit?
Yeah.
No matter how big you get, no matter how much money you get, no matter how much popularity you get, no matter how you get anything in life to be successful or be at the bottom of the barrel, when it come down to society, you are still a nigger.
Exactly.
you still better carry yourself a certain way
Right.
and keep a lot of people out the business.
Two Americas. It definitely is.
Because when they come to y'all, and they present themselves to y'all and make y'all feel like these are the people who are for me. All of y'all ought to be seeing by now, or ought to be thinking by now that they have shown us a great deal in the last, 48 months, which is 4 years, that they still don't see you to be nothing more than a nigger. Because at any point, they can give you all the millions in the world. They can give you billions of dollars, zillions of dollars, and they can mash a button and put your ass lower than you was
No, unfortunately.
within 24 hours. Better wake up and smell the damn coffee. It's got a good aroma, but it got a bad taste. Sometimes the people who are around you every day can be the people who are putting you in a position not to last for another day.
Right.
So y'all better get smart. Y'all better start thinking. You better put somebody on your team that's gonna represent your ass. That's what y'all better start doing.
So, what do you think about President Trump? People are well. First of all, our condolences to the people that lost their lives in the floods in Texas. That was horrific. Those kids that were at that camp, and others that lost their lives in those floods. And there's a controversy right now where they're trying to say that the government is altering the weather. So I started reading and doing some research, and I found this weather center where they were like manipulating the weather, but I don't know how true that is as far as our government being able to be God. They're not omnipresent, so I don't I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But then again, technology is something serious.
Yeah, I can kind of believe that with the technology that we got, that we doing. And I'm going to say this. I have had that thought a few times, right? Mm-hmm. And the only thing that makes sense to me about that is the fact that if it's true, like we think it is, it's only because they can alter the weather only because we have these satellites in the atmosphere. And they control them. So they might do have something up in the goddamn in the galaxy that they can mash a button and it make it rain.
Anything's
or it
possible.
create a tornado or a hurricane and drop it somewhere. Cause understand this, man. We gotta really look at this shit, man. We have had some tornadoes and some hurricanes in some places that has never had them.
I don't know though.
Never. Hey man, we used to hear a song. We heard a song by some guys. I think it was Tony. They made a song that said, "It never rains in Southern California." These folks had a goddamn tornado. Out of all of my life, we always have been told that it has never rained in Southern California.
That's what it say.
So, hey man, it's not something that you can just look over. We have had, it doesn't rain in Arizona, in a part that they say it has never had rain. we have had floods in places that are not even flood listed. Shit, hey man, we can't doubt it. We can't doubt it. It done snowed in some places ain't never had snow.
I just got to have more scientific proof. You can't just tell me.
Hey, we gonna put.
You can't give me some shit
gonna
and say it's
Shanita,
chocolate.
We finna make Shanita a damn astronaut.
Cause
that's the only way she gonna. That's the only way she gonna be convinced.
I don't know.
We gonna have to shoot her ass up there in one of them rockets and let her ride around in the goddamn galaxy from planet to planet.
Yep. Yeah, I know anything is possible, but I know that they are not omnipresent. They are not God.
There you go. But let me tell y'all, let me say this right, all right. And this was so funny to me, man, when I heard it. How many of us have heard that? This shit's so funny I can't even say it. But anyway, how many of us have heard? How many of y'all have heard that they say Pluto is now not known to be a planet no more?
I hadn't heard that
Who
one.
in the hell had that authority?
Who did that?
Who in the hell took Pluto out the galaxy system? Hey, when I heard that, right? When I heard that, I cracked a joke on it, right? And I'm going to share the joke with y'all. When I heard them say, they were saying that Pluto would no longer be considered a galaxy, a planet. Hey, man, I said, that goddamn Future, I swear. I say, man, they done goddamn started calling Future Pluto. They done goddamn took Pluto out the damn out the solar system. Hey, Future, turn yourself back in the future.
Oh my God.
Go back to being Future Pluto.
No, we gonna say Pluto down.
Cause you done got Pluto took out the damn solar system. Out the wild future, they gonna say you got a gang in Pluto.
I haven't talking about that, right?
Hey man, a black man did it. A black man did it, man. I wonder if one of these successful black men call themselves Saturn, would they take Saturn out the damn solar system too?
It's hilarious.
I tell you what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna name Thug Earth. We're gonna call baby. We're gonna call baby Saturn. We're gonna call baby Saturn. We're gonna call goddamn who else? We're gonna call Uzi Uranus. We're gonna call Glorilla Venus. we gonna name all the planets outdoor artists, and we're gonna see if they're gonna take them out the solar system too. We're gonna see if this shit really for real, man. Pluto, hey Future, give Pluto back to the solar system.
I'm about to look it up right now. Is Pluto a planet? Hold on, because I hadn't heard that one.
Pluto, Future done made them take Pluto out the solar system, y'all. We gotta protest that.
They said.
We gotta protest that.
They said Pluto is not considered. I googled it, right?
Okay.
It says Pluto is not considered a planet. In 2006, the International Astrology Union reclassified Pluto as a dwarf planet. The decision was made because Pluto does not meet all the criteria that defines a planet.
You see what you done did, Future? We gonna blame it on Future, y'all. Pluto is no longer a planet, thanks to Future. let me let everybody know I'm just cracking a joke, so y'all won't be putting shit on the internet saying goddamn Big Jeff don't like Future, cause he say Future that made them take Pluto out the solar system. It's just a joke, y'all, but they did take Pluto out the solar system.
You going viral tomorrow.
We gonna be viral. We gonna
Viral tomorrow.
Big Jeff said Pluto.
Young Thug Daddy.
They say Future. Big Jeff say Future the one got Pluto took out the solar system, y'all.
Yup.
I can hear all them bullshit podcasters now with that bullshit. That's why we consider No Days Off radio production coming to you live
That's right.
from Big Jeff
And Shanita.
with the #1 radio show in the land
Number one.
with nothing
But
the
the
truth.
truth.
And we out.
We out.
Goddamn Future done got Pluto took out the solar system.
Oh, God, that was funny. God, now you got me laughing. What you got planned tonight? You don't want to drop me off at night? Thank you. Thank you.
Say, that's crazy, bro. Zay, that's crazy, bro.